Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday morning. I have to work in a little bit, but I also have to call the dentist because Lucy is having problems with one of her, I think it's a canine tooth that's trying to come through. She said her gums are giving her a lot of pain, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of space for that tooth to come through. So I'm gonna have to call and see if I can't get her in sometime soon, either today or tomorrow. She's in a lot of pain. She can only eat between last night and today. She can barely eat any soft foods at all. So hopefully they can figure out what's going on, because this kid is just hurting. So I got Jana and Lucy in for tomorrow at the dentist because Jana, it's been about a year for her, and they tried to argue with me and say that Lucy wasn't seen last year, and I remember completely differently. You know how doctors like to argue? I know for a fact Lucy went last year, okay, because I was the only one here running the show, so I know who went where and who did what and everything. But I actually managed to get Annie in her car seat with no problem. I think it was because we switched out car seats and we got a better car seat for her. So here's hoping this lasts a little bit longer. See you guys after work. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back from work, and I'm sorry that I couldn't get to the full story about the dentist earlier. So let me go ahead and break it down for you just a little bit. Last year, I got the car that I have now, around this time. When I got the car, I made sure all the doctor's appointments were caught up. Everybody, checkups were done. Therapist, neurologist, the dentist, the optometrist, everybody that the kids saw, I made sure they were completely caught up with everything. My husband was over the road working, so I was the only one home managing my ship. Now my ship was tight, but it was sailing, man, let me tell you. Anything that needed done, it got done. Last year was pretty crazy, so everything still got done. On time, before time, anytime, it got done. So I know for a fact Lucy was seen last year. So they want to sit there and tell me she wasn't seen last year. And I'm not really upset about it. I mean, she wasn't too rude and I wasn't too rude, because you can attract more flies with sugar than you can vinegar. So I was just being as polite as I could, just so I can get what I needed out of her, which is an appointment for tomorrow. So it just kind of irks me that when somebody tells me I didn't do anything when I know for a fact it got done. It's just one of those little pet peeves I have. Now that I'm actually back home and comfortable, I want to go ahead and talk about something that's been on my mind recently in regards to Annie. I am considering putting her on medication, and I didn't wake up one morning and decide I need to put my daughter on medication, you know, for my sake, because my sake doesn't matter. She can have meltdowns and tantrums at home all she wants to. It's not going to change the fact that I'm her mother and she's my daughter. But it's getting to the point where her meltdowns are so aggressive and severe and physical that she's hurting herself in her head when she bangs her head, and she slaps herself, and she not only bites herself, but she has also gone after her sisters. So it's not calming down. It's actually getting a little worse. Hey, what? Annie, that's not nice. But the reason for me thinking this way is because if she starts school in August and she needs to be put on medication, I want her to have time to get used to it over the summer, so her body can get used to it and she can get in the routine of taking something every day. Now, my fear isn't for my safety. I don't care about me. My fear is for other kids in her class. She could possibly hurt them as well. And I've been wrestling with this off and on, to medicate, to not medicate, and it's something that you can't just wake up overnight and decide. You can't medicate your child just to medicate them. And there has to be a genuine reason why medication is needed. And I think in Annie's case, with her anxiety and her autism, and with how physical she's becoming, I think it might be necessary. I've been doing a little bit of research on my own about the different types of medication and the side effects, and a lot of the medication that they give for anxiety and to help calm down meltdowns can actually aggravate it a little worse. I'm not a doctor. The people that I spoke to aren't doctors. They're just mothers in the same boat as I am. A lot of these drugs are really harsh, and I don't want to give her something that's gonna make it worse. That's the last thing any of us wants. There is no medication for autism itself, but there is medication to help control anxiety and to help control aggression, which is what we're dealing with along with the autism. So it's kind of not in the back of my mind. It was in the back of my mind for a while, and then now summer's getting here, which means fall's going to be around the corner. So it's coming, in the forefront of my mind just a little bit. To medicate or to not medicate, I don't know. But as a mother, am I comfortable with medicating her? Not really. And I don't think any mother actually is. But for her sake and for the sake of the people in her class, it might be necessary, because I don't want her hurting other people. I would feel so horrible if that happened. But on the flip side, what you guys have to understand is that medicating doesn't solve the entire issue, and you want other people to learn about your child and know that your kid has issues. Well, medicating your child kind of conflicts with that just a little bit, but for safety reasons it might be necessary as well. But I don't know. I'm gonna speak with her pediatrician about it and see where we go. See if we can't get something soft. I don't know if anything like that. I don't want anything hardcore. Just something to kind of take the edge off, to where she's not hurting people and biting herself and banging her head all the time, because that's getting to the point where I am scared that she can cause a lot of damage to herself. It's that hard. I know some people who are against medication, who are for medication. Some people who are on the fence about it, like myself. We didn't have to medicate Lucy. Lucy was only medicated for her seizures. She did have a bit of aggression with her autism when she was little, but at this point, she was slowly adjusting. She was slowly becoming more aware of her issues, and a lot of the aggression that she had kind of weaned down at this point. Annie isn't weaning down, it's actually getting worse. So I don't know if I'm gonna wait and see if it gets better. And I know it's horrible to compare kids, because if you know one kid with autism, then you just know one kid with autism. But we're at that window where we need to make a decision, and I don't know what that decision is going to be. So I will contact the right people and get better informed about what my options are, and we'll go from there. I mean, that's the best that I can do for right now at this time. So tomorrow's my day off. We have a busy day tomorrow. Kids have field day. They have a dentist appointment after school for both of them. I already told you guys that. But yeah, hope you guys are having a beautiful day. It's finally in the 80s here. So hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and hope you guys enjoying the weather if you do. I will see you guys later. Bye.